Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing Golgari 64. Why Golgari? Because Golgari means green and black. As you can see, we're chock full of black and green cards. Why 64? Because it was rated as having potentially a 64% win rate. That's a good number for me. I'm assuming it's a good number for you. If that sounds good, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host. And remember, in the immortal words of His Holiness, the Space Pope, the cow says, moo. Doctor, you can't suck it. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, posted by the MTGA-Assistant-Meta, called Golgari with a 64% win rate, aka Golgari 64. All right, so yeah, I thought this deck looked interesting. Why is that? Because it had Ouroboroid in it, which I love, and it also had like demons, the demon combos, which I think are pretty sweet too. Yeah, the big problem with the demon decks is that they get kind of dull, right? They're the same thing kind of over and over again. So seeing it mixed together with Golgari, I like that quite a bit. So yeah, let's take a look at the cards in this deck. We'll talk a little bit how it works, and I'm going to go out and crush some hopes and dreams. All right, what do we got today? We've got creature, was it Hand Hate? That's what it is. Mana Ramp, Baby Maker, and if your dudes get targeted, then it starts putting popo counters on stuff. What likes popo counters? Demon Wall. Because as long as it has one, it can attack as though it didn't have defending. Creature and Planeswalker kill. This is just a 3/3 defender with Menace. But if it gets a popo counter on it, it gets some sort of counter on it. It can attack as though it doesn't have it. If you get up to 6 mana, you can put 2 popo counters on it. So there you go. Momentum Breaker. So that's creature kill. Might even force them to discard, right? Yeah, there you go. This kills non-Arlocks, a creature kill. This puts popo counters on stuff and potentially can give you guys ward, and then potentially can put out twice as many counters on stuff. This will put counters on stuff. This will put counters on stuff as well as pumping itself up. This will put counters on stuff like crazy. If you get 2 of them out, man, it just goes nuts. And this will draw you cards as well as putting out a demon. This guy can potentially be a demon. And other than that, we got a nice collection of lands. So we got the guy that pays attention to demons. How many demons we have? Well, it puts out its own demons potentially. And we got demon walls, and we got a single demon land. So that's where we get the demons from. What does Ouroboroid do? It pumps up anything that breathes. And we got lots of that going on. All right, so yeah, that's it. What are we going to do with this deck? Well, we're going to go after their hand a little bit. We're going to try to take out their creatures. We're going to try to go wide. If they try to come after us, we put popo counters on things. Guy with Menace is a good place to put popo counters on, especially a guy who will make the Unholy Annex start forcing them to lose 2 life every time that you draw that card. Yeah, so it's a nice, strong, wide deck. Not terribly like comborific as far as doing anything, but the synergy is still strong for everything going on. All right, so before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black King Volgaroth, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven for us, to hear lamentations of the women. All right, we're playing against Dutchz. Dutchz. We don't have any black. That's kind of bad. We'll see what we draw on this next turn. Hopefully it'll be black. That's bad. Back out. Still not getting the black mana we need. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna demon wall it. Or, sorry. Put out the Annex. Think he'll trade off? I don't think so. I think Dark Confidence is goddamn awful. Yeah, you do what you need to do there, Smacky. You don't like him, huh? Alright, come on. Just let it go. Black mana. No black mana. Okay, well, I can definitely Demon Wall and then put out another Llanowar Elf. And this will help me with a little bit of mana as well. Put that guy out, and there we go. And I got the ability to get a Demon and an Ouroboroid. Or an Ouroboroid on my next turn. But he's got bad stuff up there. He's got mana-wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, so he can wipe the board. Is the end only against one exiled target creature or planeswalker? Alright, I gotta watch out for poor Ouroboroid. I think I'll trigger the demon is what I'm gonna do. Give him something to kill. So I don't want to go after the Demon Wall. That would be bad. I don't want to go after Ouroboroid. So putting out the Demon is a target. Too juicy a target for him. Oh, he's down to 1. If I just leave Dark Confidant out, he's going to be dead. Vengeful Blood Witch is his only source forward there. I gotta let him not kill his own guys at this point. I just gotta let him through. Alright, now you can chew something up. That's bad. You can keep chewing your dudes up, I know. Alright, so the question is what I got there. I got 4, so I should be able to Ouroboroid. Let's do that. Alright, this is where he's got to start ripping his own guys apart. He'll just sacrifice it. Hop! He's got to block with at least 2 guys to do that. There's your 2. You really want to lose all your Vengeful Blood Witches? You can leave it alive. More of the same. Yeah, you don't have the ability to bring him back out, do you? You don't have the mana for it. The Swizzle. I mean, you're back up to 9. Good for you. But where am I passing out here? No, that's been blocks. I got 7 coming through. He's down to 3. And he's got 1 guy. Down to 2. Alright, cool. You can nuke something. You probably come after what? Ouroboroid? Alright, you got it. I got a guy with menace and a guy with flying. That is not good for you. As long as one of them is a demon, I got a demon wall, then that 2 mana is going to be bad for you. Alright, I'm hoping for a P-Pants here. Nope, he's going for a kill. Come on, run out. You only got 1 mana left. You got up here anyway. What is this crap? Okay, Hasty McHasterson. No big deal. This will do it. Stay alive, Demon Wall. I'm just going to do it just to make sure. He's got a block with both of his guys now. All right, there's right to the eye, and he's gone. Victory! He should have landed up the default, the block first. Victory! Arpin against Jehovah, 17. Keep. I don't know why I kept this hand. This was not great. Got nothing to do until 4 for a creature. Just a little bit of control. Let's go take a look at his hand. What are we playing against here? I mean, obviously, it seems like he's got a bunch of artifacts. Maybe he's going to have an Ugin in here. Spoink. We can Pawpatch for full baby. We just need to get a 4th mana and get this party started. He's still looking for things. All right, let's go. Oh, we got our 4th mana. Excellent. Oh, well. Did I have to pick a guy that's attacking? Yeah, I have to pick a guy. Okay, because it's the Ouroboroid is where I need to put it. Ooh, flip this guy up. Bam, bam. Right there. And we didn't even need it. Victory! All right, playing against Gartboy. No choky bow. All right, we got to get a Warden of the Grove Nyx. Then we can start playing Ouroboroid or Demon Wall, whatever we want to do. Because this comes into play tap, so we'll still only have 3 mana unless we pull another mana on the next turn. Demon Wall, getting a nice token from the Warden of the Grove would be fantastic. All right, let's go for this then, because we had the 4 mana. Pop! All right, popped him. Don't wipe the board. Don't wipe it. Thinks he's got removal of some sort. Don't kill my guys. All right, you're just counting up. That's good. Victory! All right, playing against Kotaz 67. My attempt to try to ramp. And the question is he going to try to be aggressive, or is he going to just play defense against me at this point? Now he's going aggressive. Good for you. All right, so I can put out 3 things here. Should I just do it? We'll Pawpatch. Ow! Let's go wide. No attacks. All right, now we got the ability to block some weirdos. Is he just going to not attack? He's going for it. I imagine he's probably going to, what, sacrifice his own guys to draw some cards or something? He's not going to have pump. Yeah, he's just going for the sacrifice and draw. All right, thanks to his own efforts. There he goes. Who are we going to pass things around to here then? Yeah, fine, Trampler. Kind of needed him. He was going to be awesome. All right, Demon Wall. Demon Wall. And sure, let's put another Llanowar Elves out. That sounds like fun. See, playing defense isn't cool. I kind of need him to, yeah, come at me with targeted abilities so I can put some tokens on the demon walls. There we go. Yeah, I didn't need to lose them. Apparently, I picked the wrong rabbit. We do have both our demon walls activated, which is cool. All right, and we're snowing and blowing. Who are we gonna give it to? Sure, why not a guy? Demon Wall again. I need 4, which I can only activate itself, so that's not going to happen. All right, he'll block. He'll take out the little rabbit. Come on, we just got to get past this. That's fine. Let's keep going. All right, Ouroboroid. There's a whole lot we don't need to do at this point. Should we keep some guys back just to kill? Kill. He's down to 3. Now if he comes in, he'll kill himself, but he might kill himself. Cecil will get him down to 1. That's a glorious time shall be had by all. And we win! And we win! Victory! Alright, playing against Zaicalian. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, dropping it down. Demon Wall on the next turn. Need to get 4 mana so we can Ouroboroid ourselves. I can't block, so it just happens. 2 Demon Wall. And what does this guy do? At the beginning of keep your creature treasure when this creature attacks, it deals damage to the number of tower effects they control. And no. He's got menace across the board. That's pretty sweet. That's how you play it quick right there. That's how you knew it. All right, 3, and we're going to kind of Ouroboroid it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I don't care, whatever. Let's go in. Let's hope we can keep the Ouroboroid alive. That'd be really swell. All right, 2 to my face. Two more. And you just leave the other guys behind. All right, fine. And we win. All right, we win. Victory! All All right, so we are with Golgari 64, and it was good. The deal was the original deck was not good. I thought it was good. It looked fantastic. I thought they did, we're going to put demons and Ouroboroid together. Yep, absolutely, let's do that. Problem was that it didn't have enough control, didn't have enough creature kill. And so I took out the cards I thought that were not worth to be in there, and I started putting in more control. Shoot the sheriffs, essentially, right? I still feel like there's not enough. I mean, I think it's a 9 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 7, and 2 more is equal to 9, yeah. So we got 9, and that is pretty freaking decent, usually. But I think my hotter number is closer to 12, and the big thing that I'm not sure that's all that really worth to have in here is the Hollowmurk Siege. So if I were to go even further on this, I'd probably take out Hollowmurk Siege and put in 2 more creature kills. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Maybe a board wipe or 2. It's hard to say. Just because, yeah, this deck, for some reason, I get creatures out like crazy, but being able to actually have the ability to take out creatures, I get like 2 per game, and that's about it, which is crazy because I should be getting a bunch more control. Whatever. You know, it works the vast majority of the time. So this thing was rated as getting 64%. After I increased the amount of creature kill, I got up to 71%, right? So it's now Golgari 71, which is way better than 64. And there you go. All right, so let's get down to it. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? It's Demon Wall. I think we did this. We were playing Demons last night, and Demon Wall was fantastic. But the reason why Demon Wall is so great is because we had a lot of good abilities to put counters onto Demon Wall. And then I guess he's not that great. He just did enough 4/4 with Menace. Ouroboroid is the engine. Once you get that out, everything starts going crazy. If you had 2 Ouroboroids, it's even better. Warden of the Grove is fantastic in this deck because then you can put out Demon Walls afterwards to start putting counters on it. You endure it and you pump it. All right, I'm going to give it to Warden of the Grove just because of its ability to pass out tokens to other creatures. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so there you go. Warden of the Grove, you are today's MVP. You're pretty much as good as the other ones I pointed out, but just because you're a little bit more friendly with everybody else, you deserve a little bit extra recognition. So as today's MVP, congratulations, you were going to Disneyland. All right, let's come down to it. Was this deck competitive? I had ended up with a 71% win rate, so yes, I'm going to say this is a competitive deck. Great. Was this deck fun? Yes. What was fun about it? We had a lot of good control. We had a lot of good things going on for 1 and 2 mana, and we were able to get creatures out. It had an ability to go wide. It had the ability to go demon. It had the ability to pump. It had a little bit of hand hate. Yeah, it had a wide variety of things to do in a very Golgari kind of way, and was very consistent in providing awesomeness to it. If anything, I thought maybe I had a hard time with the mana. The mana is 22 in this particular deck. A little shy. It might be nice to maybe brush this up a little bit to 23, 24. I know 24 is a normal one. It did all right, and because we got to squeeze it out with 22, there's only a couple times where I felt like I was completely hosed over by only getting 2 mana in the entire game. But usually the Llanowar Elves had to jump in and hold over to make this deck work even better. It was fine. Things are pretty cheap. You usually don't pay more than 4, 5 for the demons, so it worked out. It worked out pretty decent. All right, lastly, was this deck interesting? I mean, yes. Why? Because it was demons and Ouroboroid shoved together. I used to have, God, I can't remember what I called it now. It was like a combo deck, basically. I don't want to say it's not what I used to call it. But I took 2 good decks, and I just took out the parts that mattered and jammed them together. And I remember it had like an adventure giant card that I used to play. And I think it was to come from like a red deck, and then I put something else in it. Well, I don't remember. It must have been Rakdos or something. Anyways, this font reminds me of that, because you can take just enough from the mono black demons, just enough from green, which really is just ramp until you get to Ouroboroid. You have things go a little wide, and put the 2 together. And like I say, the combos of the token generation with the demon walls, that was fantastic in my opinion. So, and then we had just enough demons to really make it going. The only thing, I want to say we don't have the Soulstone Sanctuary. but we did. We have one. But this guy works really well with the demon deck because it is technically a demon. All right, so there you go. Yeah, let's just count it up then. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was this deck fun? Yes. Was this deck interesting? Yes. All right, so that makes this into an A+ deck. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice, I'd highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.